All right, welcome to the Nerd Perspective Consortium. I am Travis, aka the Dirty Goblin, if you follow me on Twitch, and this is Big Q.
And I had nothing to follow. Let's go.
As you can tell from our background, we are going to review Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's directed by Jason Rittman, starring McKinney Gray, Sven Wolfhard, Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Logan Kim, and Chelsea O'Connor.
Does that really say Chelsea? That's Celeste.
Celeste?
Yes.
Okay.
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I can't even read my own notes.
We already started, man. I might not be able to speak good English, but I can read it.
Yeah, I can't read my own stuff. So anyway, Celeste O'Connor. With the exception of Paul Rudd, I mean, I really haven't... I think he's the most well-known.
Well, one of the kids is from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't seen anything with it. Anyway, the first part of the video is going to be spoiler-free. We're just going to give you an overall feel and a rating for the movie. I'll let Q go ahead and start with his initial thoughts and rating.
Do you want the initial thoughts of what I was expecting for the movie? And
wherever you want to start, bro.
Oh, first of all, I think this is actually Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
It felt more to me like Ghostbusters 3 than... Because I think the female Ghostbusters is more of a alternate universe kind of thing.
We're not talking about it.
I know, but I'm just saying, so this is...
We're going to pretend that one doesn't even exist.
Okay. Well, this one, it feels like a proper, third actual Ghostbuster.
Okay.
So going in, I already had that. I had a good feeling about it because of the trailers and stuff. Even though somebody tried to spoil it for me, but other than that, it was my initial thought it was good.
All right. 0 to 5 stars. What do you rate the movie?
I give it 4.
All right.
Hey, I was thinking about 3.5, but now 4. I think 4 is okay. I really liked it. There might have been some little things there, but that's just nitpicking, and I leave that to you.
Okay. Okay. So, would you recommend people going to see this in the theater? Would you recommend them waiting to watch it at home or waiting for like a DVD?
It's a good experience in the theater.
Okay.
It was good. I had fun.
Okay.
Alright,
I'm a little bit more critical than you, so I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars.
Not 3.5?
No, 3 out of 5. I think it was a good, entertaining movie, and it's worth seeing in the theater.
Isn't that an average of 3.5?
I'm not doing averages.
I'm just saying, but
But I think the first act was super slow. The second act was probably the best, and the third act it just kind of fell apart. It was a Ghostbuster original free for all. They tried to cram as much original movie stuff in it,
And much nostalgia?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
But overall, I think it's worth seeing and entertaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, go see it, enjoy it. Now, if you're going to keep watching from here on out, there are going to be spoilers. We're going to get down into some nuts and bolts on what we liked and didn't like. And for those that haven't watched our videos before, we kind of do the good, the bad, then the ugly. Not every movie has the ugly. This one certainly has the ugly.
I'm waiting for that one because
so again, we're going to start with Q, and he's going to talk to us about a few things that he felt were good in the movie.
Okay. From the beginning, I mean, I'm with you on the slow part, but the good to me is a good homage to the originals, and it felt like I say, not a great movie per se, but the good of it is the characters were you can actually sympathize with them. I mean, to me, the little girl seemed like she actually the actual daughter or granddaughter of also Ghostbusters that passed away. Egon. Yeah. So I mean, it seemed to me she was more of a That would be his straight up granddaughter. Like, not just on the movie, but he has the same look. For God's sake. She was like a mini genius. I mean, she knew so much stuff, and she's 13, 12.
Yeah.
Made me feel retarded, but that's okay.
What else is good?
What else was good? I like the cameos. Were pretty cool, and I know I might get laugh about this, but I love the marshmallow, the little marshmallow monsters.
The little marketing strategy.
Whatever it was, it was funny,
Okay.
and it was good that the actual person that was near them was Paul Rudd, because sometimes he just made things funny effortlessly,
Well, he plays himself. Paul Rudd's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is like a vampire. He doesn't age. He looks better now than when he was younger. So yeah, the characters I like. My best character is the Pockets. To me, I really like him. Even though, like you say, all of a sudden he became a genius too.
Yeah.
But to me, that was good. The character, the little how they input the little things from past Ghostbusters movies to make it seem like, oh, you look at that, this is like you say, marketing strategy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
For me, the good was I think the strength of the movie fell on the Phoebe and podcast character. I think they did a phenomenal job. They carried the movie, and it could have been a disaster because they were designed to carry the movie, but I think it worked out really well. Like I said before, I think the second act was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. The first act was okay, and the third act, we'll talk about that in the
All right.
the bad, maybe the ugly.
First act is until when? When does the first act ends?
Kind of when they get it. To me, the second act starts when she's becoming the Ghostbuster. Like when she's getting the pack and all that.
Got it.
I think visually it was good. I think the script was lacking in some areas. So anyway,
We're doing the good.
so yeah, that was pretty. Again, it was entertaining. And it's worth seeing. What about the bad? What would you say was where they could have or should have done better?
Well, they could have actually went with another monster. Then what's the name?
Zool.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Because
Gozer, I mean.
a ghoster, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you say, and we talked about it earlier. It's like the Star Wars, they actually how you say that word? Refurbished.
Refurbished?
Yeah, like plus from the first one, Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like it was the same plot. All she did was walk into the kosher, walk into the thing with the two the key maker. I mean the key holder and
The keymaster and the gatekeeper.
And the gatekeeper, yes.
Yeah.
Also bad, and I'm gonna have to watch the movie again because I'm pretty sure, but you got me doubting. It's at the end. I mean, Egon should have been sucked up.
Yeah, I think
with the ghost.
For me, that's in the ugly. That's in the ugly.
That's in the
category.
okay. So the
For
bad,
me
yeah,
personally.
the bad is I believe that they had enough to make it better on the part of just you just want and you don't have to rehearse the first plot of the first movie so that people can see it. That's enough in the Ghostbusters universe that you could have done anything else.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think the whole movie was, and the bad part for me was, it was just a tip of the hat to the Ghostbusters fan to kind of say, hey, we got you. We're not going to talk about the other movie that we know was screwed up and probably should have never hit the market. But so we're going to show you Ghostbusters, but the whole thing was just a remake of the first movie.
Yeah.
All the little Easter eggs, from the piano to the Twinkie to the light she wears on her head, and all that. It was complete redesigns. Even the point where she's got the map out, and as she gets talking, the people around her get closer to listen to what she's saying, was a rehash from when they were in jail in the original movie. Like, they took so many scenes and just redid them so you had that, the original Ghostbusters feel. Yeah. I think they spent too much time on that and not enough time on the rest. The first, it was really slow to get started.
Yes.
And then the second act was really, really good. And then in the third act, kind of when Gozer comes out, it just completely fell apart. Like, it felt super rushed. Let's cram in as much Ghostbusters part into it. I'm just talking the third act. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it felt really rushed, and like it wasn't complete, and they had a minimum amount of time, so they just crammed as much into it as they could.
Okay. Well, the movie actually run for almost 2 hours, right?
Yeah, but take less time on developing on
why.
We
didn't need to know that she was already. Just get us to the house.
Yeah, you could have started her in a car driving, and they could have had a 30-second conversation on being evicted and why they're going in the middle of nowhere. Like it.
Yeah.
But they did use it as an opportunity to introduce Phoebe's Brainiac by her playing with the plug and all that. Which does lead us, and for me the bad was they used Gozer and the dogs. Like, it was a complete remake of the first movie. They used a small town, and it had the feel of a small town.
Yeah.
That theoretically kind of puts you back into the large hotel, the confines.
Okay.
And like I said, scene for scene, there's a lot of scenes that were second. There's like when you first see Ecto 1, like the garage doors open and you read the license plate. Same thing in here, doors open and you read Ecto. Like, it was just a smorgasbord of the original movie. Where I agree with you, this definitely feels like a third, but I think they could have done it more standalone. You didn't have to keep dragging the original into it.
Yeah.
Because we all know and love the original.
Yeah, you know, had a better plot. That won't happen.
Which brings us to the ugly. And like you already said, part of the ugly for me was, in the end, how come the one ghost doesn't get sucked up? You got a whole field full of traps that's sucking ghosts out of the air, and he just stands there and doesn't get sucked up, and he's a ghost too. Like, it's just a huge plot hole.
Yeah, they didn't even seem like you cannot even say, oh, she made modifications to the trap. You know what I'm saying? You cannot even say that because they ain't show her doing anything.
Yeah, well, and she found the field too late. Like, it was just such a stupid plot hole when all they had to do, like, get him sucked up in the trap. And then she lets him out, and, sorry, Grandpa, and they could have had the touching moment and all that. Like, there's ways they could have fixed it without just this, they're not going to pay attention. Like, don't pay attention to what this hand is doing. Don't remember he's a ghost. Yeah, it just seemed,
He's a good ghost.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, he's
only the bad ghost gets sucked into the.
But it's like we talked about right after the movie. Like the original, you had Slimer.
Yes.
Green ghost ate food, left slime everywhere. They did a blue ghost, left blue slime everywhere, but he ate metal instead of food.
He ate everything.
So like it was, like they didn't do anything standalone. They had to use Gozer. Me and you had the discussion before the movie, and I told you the last trailer ruined it for me when they showed Gozer coming out of the pit. And, automatically I knew the mom and the boyfriend were going to be the keymaster gatekeeper. Like, we knew that whole thing was going to play out. Right down to the dress they put her in, the sparkly dress was very reminiscent of Sigourney Weaver's dress.
Yes.
Like, where did the gatekeeper, like, this is a conservative mom who's wearing like jeans and t-shirts, but she has this 1980s sparkly dress in her closet. Like, it's just kind of.
Well, I mean, I don't think it came from her closet. I think that it was given to her by Gozer.
Gozer has a fashion mall store in his pocket.
I guess so. I mean, he gave it to Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver had it, was in her wardrobe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
anyway, and again, I wish Sigourney Weaver played a bigger role in the film instead of just the first ending credit.
That was too.
But Yeah, there's two. The one at the end. I think you went to the bathroom, but
No, we left.
the one that set up the well, you when we left, you went to the bathroom and I stood in the door and watched the last section.
You didn't say anything, huh?
There's no need to. You didn't see it.
Where's the love, man? I'm telling you.
But even Gozer, the dog. I don't even know. Like, was it a dog? Which one it was at that point? But like in the beginning, where it eats him in the chair, that's almost an identical scene to Sigourney Weaver getting eaten. The arms come up out of the chair. The chair spins around, and and that's how she gets. Like it's.
That's how he became yeah.
So for me again. Yeah, was there anything? I guess I should start with. Was there any ugly parts for you that just kind of,
taking it out?
Yeah, like,
well,
just kind of messed the whole movie up.
What they try to do with, I mean, he's a teenager's boy, but still, that scene like maybe a little forced. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he had to have the crush on the girl, whatever, but it's in a little forced.
Yeah, well, partly because they never developed that character. You don't know anything about him. He can fix engines, and he has a love affair or a crush.
Yeah,
but they never develop him any further. Like the mom gets pretty much fleshed out, Phoebe gets pretty much fleshed out, but the rest of the cast, they're just kind of what do you call it?
Just there.
They're plot devices. They're just used to stir the plot one direction or another, so you don't need to know a lot about them.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the feel, I
mean, another ugly part is how is it that Ecto 1 for years it's been. I mean, I don't know anything about cars, but I don't think they start right away after years of being in a shed. He didn't put gas a single time, bro, and he's still.
It's probably a full tank. I get it. There was some
it's a
parts
yeah.
That you just gotta assume something was happening when another scene was happening.
So so we have to assume that only the bad ghost gets sucked in.
No, because you see him. You see him after the traps go off.
And Casper, the friendly ghost stays.
Yeah. You really like the marshmallow men. I didn't. Like, they weren't even called Stay Puff, right? And I don't know. Like, I haven't done any research, but why weren't they Stay Puff Marshmallow Men? Right? In the first movie, they had Stay Puff on their thing. The bag said Stay Puff. These did not. Like, so I don't know if they didn't have permission to use Stay Puff or what, but they weren't even Stay Puff. But they were just strictly there so they can reenact the one scene when he comes out covered in marshmallow, like in the first movie. That's the only reason to have it, and so they can sell a cute cuddly toy for Christmas. That's the only reason they're in there. Right?
Yeah, right. Because
why are they the only thing that gets animated?
Yeah, I know.
All the stuff in the store, the Marshmallow Men are the only thing that get animated and affected.
But it was a funny part of the movie, though.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny. I mean,
humorous. I'll give you humorous. Okay. I don't know if I go funny. It was humorous.
Yeah, you get the, for the kids, you get the, maybe 12 and below, and you get them, all happy. Hey, look at the marshmallow, little Buffy trying to kill each other. I mean, one of them they were evil. They started killing each other. What the? I don't think the Marshmallow Pope was that evil. He was just thought out the first movie because that's all he thought about. He thought it was the safest thing.
Yeah, trying to think of something safe.
And at the end, I know at the end when she asked them, "Are y'all guys?" and Dan Aykroyd is thinking about it, and they so I like the part where Bill Murray is like, really? Yes, we are gods, man.
So anyway, Big Crew wrapped us up at the end. Like you said in the beginning, he's got a 4-star. I got a 3-star, so it's 2.5 out of stars.
I did say 4, yeah.
So, but we both recommend. It is entertaining enough to go see it in the theaters. Just be ready for the original Ghostbusters kind of complete remake.
Yeah, it's more of a nostalgia film than actually a standalone film.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a perfect. It was good to let Egon go the way Like,
Yeah,
I like the tribute that they did to Egon.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. He was just there. But
I like that part.
it was way better than the other one we ain't talking about. So this is a perfect 10 compared to that abomination, and this puts us firmly back into the Ghostbusters
universe.
And watching the end trailer sets it up that the franchise is moving forward, and it appears they're moving back
how
to
about
New
you
York.
tell me the end trailer now before we
We'll talk about
I'm here.
that. We'll talk about that off camera. But for now,
oh my lord,
hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And until next time, enjoy the movies.
Yeah.
What?
I said, cojo lo suave, take it easy.